All right, let's go. E4. All right, so Sicilian. All right, I'm going to go for the Alapin Sicilian. I saw it in the match I played the other day, so I'm going to try it out for myself. All right, knight f6, attacking this pawn. All right, let me push, attacking this knight. And now I'm going to put my pawn in the center. Have a good pawn chain. He takes. Let me play knight f3. I'm not ready to take back just yet. He can't take because his knight is gonna be in danger. Alright, knight to c6. Alright, I'm still not gonna take that pawn on d4. I'm gonna aim for an initiative, playing bishop c4, attacking a piece at the same time as I'm developing. Alright, bishop, knight b6. Alright, I'm just gonna bring this bishop back to b3, keeping it on this diagonal. Probably can hide the square at some point. Okay, he takes my sacrificed pawn. But what this does now is that it aids my development. So it's giving me a lead in development, guys. Alright, just gonna castle here. No problem. Keeping our development advantage. Okay, bishop to b4. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just play knight to e4. I'm going to bring my pieces closer to the king side. Alright, so here. Alright, I want to go bishop to c2, eyeing over the king side. Please note, guys, that he's very below on development. So for the sacrifice pawn, we are ahead in development. So that means that we need to use our initiative. Because if we don't use our initiative, that means that in the end game, he's going to have an advantage for lasting as long as he can. So we'll have to use the initiative that we have while we have it. Alright, so h6. So this is a major weakness. It creates kind of like a hook for us. So what I'm going to do here, I'm gonna play queen d3. Since he's weakening the light squares along his king, I'm just going to put my queen here in hopes of exploiting the light squares with this battery down on the king. Right now, I'm just threatening knight f6 and just checkmate. So he's gonna have to do something about that. Maybe knight d5. So I don't wanna play here. He can play knight takes. Maybe that's the only way. Oh, also a nice little trick here is bishop takes h6 as well and knight f6. that's a nice little cute move there. Nice little cute move. Okay, so he plays f. All right, so it's a good thing we have a good nice little move here, which is en passant. So we're gonna take this here. Oh, okay, so he's giving up the exchange. All right, well, just gonna take this. All right, so we are up an exchange. All right, guys, you see what good development gives us? All right, let's see, queen here. All right, it's here. No, I want to complete my development, but if I develop, he may take on b2. Also knight d5. If I play bishop e3, he also has knight d5 as well. Alright, let me tickle this bishop first though. Let me tickle this bishop on b4 and see what he decides to do there. Okay, bishop back to f8. All right, so not bad here. All right, let me go rook to b1. I want to eventually go here and then bishop here. So that's my plan. I want to develop the bishop that way. So let's see. That's the development plan. Always seek to get out your pieces, guys. Again, look at his pieces. His pieces are still not playing. Also, he just underdeveloped this bishop right here. So he's extremely behind in development. So originally we gave up the pawn, right, for an advantage in development and initiative. So guys, that's why it's important. Always develop your pieces. You need activity and you need them to work for you if you want to win the game. Always bring out your pieces as fast as you can. So much so that even if you had to give up a pawn to get out your pieces quickly, it was worth it, as you can see here. I think he's pondering what he's going to do, how he's going to develop these pieces here. Not sure how he's going to do that. Maybe he has to play pawn to d5 and then play bishop to d7 to try to get out his pieces. Okay, pawn to d6. All right. Oh, he wants to also play e5 maybe. Wants to play e5. All right, I'm still going to play b4 though. And I'm going to play bishop here. And attack the queen. All right. Now, can I also play... I have to be careful though. I don't want to give too much away here. You know what? I'm going to play my rook on e1. I need to finish putting the rest of my pieces into the game. That's what I need to focus on. So let me just add. I'm going to then put the other rook on d1 and just have all of my pieces into the game. I have to let everybody join the party. All right, what's he good? He needs to get... Okay, so here, very interesting. If I play b4, the knight is gone. And I might have some ideas to play knight takes e5. You know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for this. Remove the knight from defending this e5 pawn and then sacrifice on e5 with one of the pieces. I haven't decided on which one just yet. All right. All right, if I play here, here. I want to sacrifice, but it might be a little bit too much. If I play knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. What does he play? He can probably play queen to here. What have I gained? Not much. But if I play bishop takes e5, knight takes e5, forces the king back down there. Forces the king back down there. forces the king. Rook takes e5. Actually, I'm getting another idea. Why didn't I play rook takes? Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Is the queen trapped? He has bishop to f5 though. Yeah, that stops my ambitions. Yeah, that stops my ambitions there. You know what? Just add another piece into the game, guys. I'm just gonna add another piece into the game. Put the rook on the other open file. Don't have to be fancy. Okay. Place the bishop here. All right, let me just put the bishop back here. If he wants this pawn, he can have it. If he wants that pawn, he can have it. The most important thing is this weak king right here, and for me to keep my activity. All right, so he takes that. All right, just gonna take. He's helping me trade pieces, so can't have an issue with that. Queen takes. All right, a4. Gonna go rook here next, and then penetrate down the file. Yeah, so he just helped me, guys. He just helped me by trading off all his pieces. So now it's just a matter of me just converting this game. So rook to c1. I need to get my pieces as active as possible. All right, so keeping the plan the same. Rook here. What is he going to do? Can't play d5 because this pawn is hanging. What's he gonna do? I'm gonna put my rook down on c7 though, and continue to be active. Continue to be active. Activity is what wins the day. Let's see. I think his best move is probably rook to c8. Yeah, rook to c8. But no, I thought I had a nice little move with bishop takes. With bishop takes e5. And then rook takes c4. Followed by rook takes c4 and then knight takes c5. Alright, but if bishop takes e5, he has pawn g4. Pawn g4. Yeah, but then I think I have knight d4 intermediate move as well, attacking the knight. Alright, let's go for it. Bishop takes e5. Let's go for it. Bishop takes e5. Tactics. Let's see. I'm getting a little bit low on the clock though, so. Yeah, I saw that. But then there's this move. Attacking the knight. So I don't lose a piece. Yeah, saw that. So they had that intermediate move. And if he takes, I just take back with the bishop and I'm totally fine. Up a clean pawn. Up a clean pawn. Which I for sure I'm going to use to convert quite easily. Knight takes here. Okay, knight here. Can I trade more pieces? Yes. because this is pinned. So he's gonna have to give me it. I think I can just pre-move this, because I think I can just pre-move this. Yeah, because if he moves this knight, then I'm just going to take that. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. Oh, alright. Quite the move. Is there tactics here? Rook takes. But he just takes back here. So there's nothing. Alright, I just... Oh, but then... Wow. Interesting. He wants to take here and then take here. I don't want to take here. He just takes my rook. Oh, interesting. Alright. Alright, so I'll just play rook here. And when he takes, I'll just take the knight. Yeah, just take the knight. What is he going to do now? I'm gonna play rook here if he doesn't exchange rooks. So yeah, I'm gonna play that there for sure. Yeah, then I'll take this. Gonna take this pawn. Alright, I need to speed up though. Should I play rook here? Yeah, I'm gonna play rook here though. Just protect this pawn. Yeah, I'm gonna play this move. Alright, need to take this. Alright, yeah, pin and win. Easy stuff. Pin and win. And you'll have to resign here. Oh, he's not resigning? Okay, alright. He has some fight left in him. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna play the rook there, protect my back rank, and let's not do anything too crazy. So rook here, check. Then I'm gonna play rook here. Defend my rook. Take the pawn, and game should be finished. My rook. And then... Alright, just gonna take this. Yeah, taking this too. Rook here. Take, check. Rook back. Then I'm just gonna push this pawn up. Alright, push it up. Alright, rook here. Push it further. Further. Oh, you wanted to trick me there. Alright. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just simple stuff. Check. And mate. And that's how you use the initiative, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe for more videos like these.